if you turn to Paul's epistles, Ephesians and Colossians, he actually refers to the Psalms. Paul tells these congregations to speak to one another in what? Psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. And I can't remember which one it is, but in one of those verses, he says, let the word of Christ dwell richly among you as you speak to one another in psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. When you're gathered together as the body of Christ on a Sunday morning or whenever you gather together and you're singing, you realize one of the things you're doing? You're preaching to whoever hears you singing. You might be saying, well, that's a bad sermon. But you're still preaching. Whatever your voice sounds like, you're preaching to the people around you. I've been in situations in life, Stacy and I have together, during our period of most intense grief, where, and you've probably been there too, where you can't sing, right? Because if you open your mouth to sing, what are you going to do? Cry. Yeah, you're going to break down. So there's no singing going on. But the person behind you singing, the people to your left and right are singing. All around you, people are singing. So you can't even begin to sing, because the minute you try, your voice is going to crack and it's going to get even worse. And so you just sit there in silence. But the people around you know what they're doing to you? They're ministering to you by singing. And then when you get a little ways past that terrible time and you can begin to sing in church, maybe the person who is in front of you is in the same spot you were in, and they hear you singing. And so you minister to them. And we as the body of Christ, individually members of it, begin in that way to minister to each other. And we're singing the word of Christ into each other's ears and then into our hearts, so that that word of Christ might comfort us, might give us hope, might give expression to that which we can't seem to give expression to ourselves.